That part, L.O.T.S approved media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Y'all know what it's hitting for. This is episode number 81. All right. Welcome everybody. I'm the incomparable, the often imitated but cannot be duplicated, the one that they style from. I'm the elected, the appointed voice of the streets, leader of the streets, learn off the streets, lord of the streets. I'm the one that keeps creating what they keep taking. Let's make this clear. I am public enemy number one. I am the top op. That part, all right? This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media, and I want to welcome everyone to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. That part. All right, family, listen. Eventful. That's a key term, eventful week, all right? Now, I'm about to cut off this superb intro and go into the show. Once again, this is show number 81, y'all. That part. That part. Now, y'all know how it goes. I'm going to run this back one more time just to make it clear. Listen, I'm the incomparable. I'm the often imitated but cannot be duplicated. I'm the one they keep taking their style from. I'm the one that keeps creating what they keep taking. Y'all going to realize this, all right? I take the initiative. I started this. What I do, the special thing that I do, all right? This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. And I want to welcome everyone to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Episode number 81. Welcome. Welcome to everyone. All right? Like I said, you guys, make sure you guys are turning your notification bells on. I need everybody to make sure that they're hitting that like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Same way you do at your grandparents' house. Show that you have manners. Show that you was raised right. Show that you have... Just don't embarrass the people that actually raised you, all right? And hit that like button. We call that the thumbs up. No matter what platform you on, either it's going to be a heart or it's going to be a thumbs up. I'm going to take the opportunity to tell you guys we're streaming on all platforms. We're streaming on Facebook right now. We're streaming, obviously, off of YouTube. And we're streaming on Twitter also, all right? As soon as you guys come in the building, we call this wiping your feet on the rug. Not just wiping your feet on the rug, but also leaving your fingerprint. All right, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you're in the building. That part. Leave your fingerprint, all right? And like I always like to say, don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher, because that's just a hater. Y'all know we talked about pocket watchers, right? Nobody likes a pocket watcher. And definitely don't be one of these, ladies and gentlemen. Like I always say, that is a peeping Tom. And they're very prevalent in this day and time, peeping times, all right? That's the guy that's looking through your window while the woman's bathing. He's looking through the window, the peeping Tom. If y'all don't know what they do to peeping Tom, just don't go to jail and you won't have to find out. That's it. That's all right? Once again, make sure you guys are leaving a comment in the comment section. Let me know you're in the building. That part. Shout out to Make It Happen in the building. That part, all the way from Trinity. And big up to my eyes behind my head, Planet Goddammit, that part. All right? Now, you guys know, these last few episodes are very special to me. All right? We're on episode number 81. So that means we have 19 episodes to go until we reach episode 100. And episode 100 has to be different. I want to change this whole setting, matter of fact. I want to change things around. All right? You guys make sure whoever's in the building, I don't care if we got 10,000 people, if we got 2 people. Listen, I need everybody to make sure that they're sharing this podcast. Share this with your friends, the people that love you, your admirers, the people that trust you. Let's get everybody acclimated and enjoy this show, all right? We're going to turn up for the last 19 shows. These are very, 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 very significant, all right? Now, you guys, we're gonna start the show off with some rest in peace. All right, we got to give out some rest in peace to some major to some legends. All right, I'm pretty sure you guys know that O.J. Simpson passed away. O.J., Mr. White Bronco. O.J. Simpson passed away as of recently, all right? Big shout out and a rest in peace to O.J. and condolences to his family. And I know there's a lot of people out there that might feel otherwise, all right? But on this channel here, it's all about celebrating people and not condemning people. So yes, I'm giving a shout out to O.J. Simpson, all right? Also, we took another loss. Not just O.J. Simpson. All right. Also, I want to say rest in peace to Mr. DJ Mr. C. Now, if you guys know DJ Mr. C, that's a New York DJ. All right, that's a New York DJ. Controversial nonetheless, and it's coincidentally that he's controversial, just as controversial as O.J. Simpson. All right, DJ Mr. C. This was Biggie's DJ, partially responsible for Biggie's success. All right. Big shout out to Mr. C. I think it was Hot 97 DJ. Big shout out to Mr. C. All right. With all the rumors and all that. So you guys already know OJ trial. You see the type of ridicule that he receives. All right. Whether it's warranted or it's not warranted. We still giving a big up to OJ. Shout out to Cameron and Mace for giving OJ an opportunity. I want to salute Cameron and Mace. It is what it is. Sports podcast. Shout out to them for giving OJ opportunity before his premature demise, all right? But nonetheless, we're going to big up OJ Simpson with all his accomplishments. No, we're not condoning anything that he did in the past criminal-wise, all right? With the death of Nicole Simpson, of his wife. No, we're not condoning that. But we're just trying to show some compassion to a man that had a lot of accolades, especially in the sports arena. They cannot go Trump. These things have to be spoken about. Big up to O.J. Simpson. Shout out to Mr. C. Even with all the allegations about Mr. C, all right? Especially in these days and times when you're speaking about Puffy. You guys see what I'm alluding to right now. Mr. C was a Puffy. Hello, he was a Puffy. All right? He liked the men also. We know this. But this ain't the time to condemn the man, all right? Big shout out to Mr. C and shout out to O.J. Simpson nonetheless. Now that we got that out the way, you guys make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. All right, let me pull up this comment section. All right, shout out to Make It Happen once more. Shout out to my partner in crime, Planet, goddammit. You heard me? That part. Now, you guys realize, like I always say, we always going on at different times of the day. I'm going on different times of the day. I know it could throw you off at times, right? Because you guys expecting me to come on at 7, and then you expecting me to come on at 10. So the numbers suffer because of that. But nonetheless, I need you guys to turn your notifications on. Turn your notification bells on. All right? Because we going on at different times because life be lifing. Life be lifing. Keep in mind, you guys, I don't get paid off of YouTube as of yet. But it will come. It shall come. Now, you guys, I want to address the elephant in the room. This is something I think that we can't bypass right now. There's a lot of shots being fired in hip-hop. A lot of shots being fired in hip-hop. First of all, you know we got to speak about J. Cole. That goes by the name of Jermaine Lamar. I forgot his last name. Jermaine Lamar Cole. Sorry about that. Jermaine Lamar Cole. All right? How can I forget? Jermaine Lamar Cole. How coincidental that his middle name is Lamar and he went up against Kendrick Lamar. Now, this is we got to speak about this whole J. Cole thing. All right? It's a thing in hip hop. And I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the players in hip hop right now. And we're going to speak in depth about that. We're also going to speak about Kodak Black. Kodak Black, shots fired. Please don't shoot the messenger. Kodak Black sending shots at NBA Youngboy and Lil Baby. He's talking about the painting of the nails. The feminizing of hip-hop. The demasculation of hip-hop. The painting of the nails. He's speaking about that. We're going to speak about that also. Also, more shots fired. Shots fired throughout this whole podcast. Listen to me. It's going to be shots fired. It's going to be a lot of gunshots. L.O.T.S approved media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 81. 1. We're 19 episodes down to episode 100. That part, all right? Now we're going to speak about Quavo and Chris Brown. Chris Brown, you guys know Quavo and Chris Brown. They've been going at it ever since the Karuchi and Quavo rocking with Karuchi. And you know how Chris, he's light-skinned. He's sensitive when it comes to these broads. Shout out to my light-skinned brothers, but y'all know y'all sensitive, all right? Well, Chris has some words, some choice words for Quavo. And he decided to deliver it in rhyme form, all right? Yeah, yes, Chris Brown, he raps. He raps, and we're going to speak it. We're going to elaborate on that. Nothing but shots fired throughout hip-hop. All right? More shots fired, especially on the women end. It's not just the men. More shots fired. Mrs. Bayer, hailing out of Boston, I would believe, all right? A new female rapper on the scene, Mrs. Bayer. All right? Shots fired, and we're gonna decipher who she's aiming at. You guys know there's a line being placed in hip hop, in women's hip hop. All right, it's either you on Cardi's side of things or you're on Nicki's side of things. Either way, you're gonna have to pick a side in hip hop. Big up to Mark Harris in the building. Shout out to Mark Harris in the building. Shout out to the fam. You heard that part, you guys. Shots being fired throughout all the hip-hop. Please share this podcast, all right? Share this podcast, episode number 81, that part. Shots being fired throughout hip-hop. Now, I already named four arguments, 4 beefs that are going on right now in hip-hop. This is a very busy week, but nonetheless, it's an amazing week. And you know, we're hip-hop babies, so we enjoy this in hip-hop. This is where hip-hop gains its integrity, but we'll speak on that, all right? All right, nonetheless, yeah, shout out to Kodak Black, shout out to Bayer, shout out to Chris Brown, shout out to Drake, and shout out to NBA Youngboy. All right, now, first of all, let's get to it. Let's just speak about just Kodak Black. All right, Kodak Black speaking about men painting their nails in hip hop. Hip hop being feminized, and this is going to be a segue for hip hop. All right, we're going to speak about hip hop in its entirety and the trajectory of where hip hop is headed. All right, and the feminization of hip hop. I think that's a word. Feminization of hip-hop, all right? So now, Kodak Black said he's not with none of that fugazi shit, painting his nails like his, how would you say, his colleagues, his peers in hip-hop. And just to stop being around the bush, he's speaking about Lil Baby and also NBA Youngboy. Now, NBA Youngboy and Lil Baby, you guys see that he's painting nails. Let's just start off with Lil Baby. We'll lead on to NBA Youngboy, all right? First of all, you guys see Lil Baby, these new pictures that have been coming up on the internet. Lil Baby hanging out with billionaires. Billionaires hugging Lil Baby from the back and other men hugging Lil Baby from the front. And y'all remember that infamous picture on the Instagram where Baby's being caught up in a sandwich, I believe, right? They're sandwiching Baby. All right. Now you have Baby also painting his nails. So if we're not talking about Lil Baby painting his nails, the sandwich with the billionaires, but just in reference to how Lil Baby dresses, you guys know he's a fashionista. That's what you guys like to call it these days, a fashionista. Yes, Lil Baby is a fashionista. All right. He's always wearing the new fashion. And what does that entail? A little bit of tight clothing involved in that. So he's gonna teeter on the line of a dress code that we're not comfortable with in society. You know, fashion is like 10 years ahead of us. So things that people are wearing right now, currently in hip hop, though they're in the future, currently they're shunned. They're shunned for, right? You guys know hip hop is ran by the LGBTQT community. I mean, not hip hop. Excuse me, fashion. I apologize. I take that back. The LGBTQT community, if I'm saying that right, they are at the forefront of fashion. So you got to take that into consideration. Not to say everything that we're wearing is feminine, but a lot of times it takes a while for us, the general population, to catch up to these rappers, to these celebrities, and their choice of garments, all right? Because they're ahead of their time. So Lil Baby's one of them. Lil Baby's seen painting his nails. So Lil Baby's painting his nails. Also, you have you have NBA YoungBoy. He's also painting his nails. You have another rapper that goes by the name of Lil Yachty. Now you guys know Lil Yachty's controversial. Lil Yachty had the album cover with the two men kissing on the album cover. I think you guys remember this. All right. I'm not pulling up that picture, but I hope that you guys are aware of this. All right. There's a movement going on in hip hop. It doesn't stop at Lil Yachty. Because y'all know as of recently, Lil Yachty and Drake have become a tandem. Lil Yachty and Drake have become a tandem. They're the best of friends now. So guess what? This nail painting thing is contagious. Drake is painting his nails also. We're going to speak about this. You know, Drake is all over the reports. He's all over the internet right now. These internet streets, all the bloggers, all the platforms are speaking about Drake. All right. And this is a great segue into these gentlemen and the current feud that's going on in hip hop. All right. But nonetheless, Kodak Black has called out Lil Baby. He called out Lil Baby, and as well as he called out NBA YoungBoy. Now you guys know Kodak Black and NBA YoungBoy, they had prior issues. I thought that they resolved the issues. I never knew that Kodak Black and Lil Baby had any prior issues. So I don't know if this was premeditated. I don't know if this Kodak Black was just trying to ruffle some feathers to get some traction, some clout chasing on the internet. Though you already know we support Kodak Black on this channel. I'm biased when it comes to Kodak Black. All right. But Kodak is making he's making some relevant, some valid observations in hip hop with this nail painting. All right. Cats in hip hop, and they calling it rock and roll. They calling it, this is rock. They're saying they rock stars and they paint their nails. But nonetheless, shout out to all parties. Shout out to Kodak Black. I'm curious to know how you guys feel at home. Do you guys think that men painting their nails, do you consider that gay? Do you consider that feminine? Do you agree with it? Or are you just don't have opinion at all about it? I want to know you guys' opinion at home, all right? The painting of the nails in hip hop. Hip hop is getting feminine right now. They're painting their nails, all right? It's from the top tier artists to the B and the C list artists. They're all painting their nails. All right, big shout out to Kodak Black. Nonetheless, shout out to Drake, shout out to Yachty, shout out to Lil Baby, and shout out to NBA YoungBoy. Shout out to all parties. We're not here to condemn. We just want to know. Please don't shoot the messenger. Episode number 81. It is what it is. Now listen, guys. Moving right along. Listen. You know we're gonna speak about the Drake and Drake and Kendrick. We're gonna spend some time on that. Just give it time. Let's speak about some other things now. I want to speak about this Chris Brown. Listen, I spoke about this on another platform. Another episode. We spoke about this whole feud between Quavo and Chris Brown. You guys know Quavo and Chris Brown they've had a long ongoing feud. We're gonna get to the Drake, but we gotta speak about other feuds in hip hop. All right, Quavo and Chris Brown, they've had a feud ever since Quavo started kicking it with Karrueche. You guys remember Karrueche Tran, the fine little black Oriental chick. Beautiful woman. Shout out to Karrueche, all right? But nonetheless, they're beefing. They're at odds. Now, you seen recently that at a fashion show, they had Chris Brown sitting next to Quavo. It looked like they were being cordial. All right? They were being cordial. But I guess they were on their best behavior. Because according to Chris Brown took to the internet and he made a post about it. It was about business. That's the reason why he was acting up. Chris Brown is about his business. So that led me to believe that Chris Brown is not necessarily friends. I'm not Chris Brown, but Quavo is not necessarily friends. Chris Brown's not necessarily friends with Quavo. All right, and it might be vice versa. I don't know who's upholding the beef. I don't know if Quavo is provoking the beef. I don't know if Chris Brown's provoking the beef. I don't know if Quavo is trying to make amends, but I definitely know Chris Brown is not trying to make amends. I think that's safe to say at this point. What gives even more validity to Chris Brown pushing the issue is you guys see Chris Brown has responded in rhyme form. Now, I know Chris Brown's an R&B. I know he's an R&B singer. I know Chris Brown is used to singing women's panties and girls throwing their bras at him. But you guys, listen, Chris Brown, he raps too. For those that don't know, Chris Brown raps. And some people are fond of Chris Brown's raps. Some people are under the impression that Chris Brown can rap. All right. And I even seen some comments where some people are looking forward to Chris Brown beefing with Quavo rapping against each other. Now, this is unconventional. Never in hip hop, maybe somebody could prove me wrong. Never in hip hop have I seen an R&B artist go at a rapper. I've never seen in hip hop a rapper beefing with an R&B artist. There's never been an R&B artist that I've seen that has the lyrical tenacity, the lyrical capability of going against a rapper. All right? So this is interesting in hip hop. We're seeing a lot of different things in hip hop. This is very interesting. So I'm here for it. I don't know about you guys at home, but I am here for it. I want to see Chris Brown versus Quavo. Now listen, Chris Brown has already responded to Quavo. All right? I want to pull up some things. Let's see if we can pull this up, man. We're gonna pull up Instagram right quick. All right. And we're gonna look into this Chris Brown. And I want to see what Chris Brown said. Because like I said before, Chris Brown and Quavo have responded to each other. All right. So the horses are off to the race. And let's go through here. Let me see if I could pull up Chris Brown's reply. All right. No, that's Future. Bada bing, bada bang. Okay, no problem. Okay. So now I just found Chris Brown's response right now. I'm gonna pull this up. You guys give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up right now. Bada bing, bada bang. Alright. All right. Guys, check it out. What you're looking at right now is Chris Brown. All right. So Chris Brown is the first one to let off shots. Grrr, don't shoot the messenger. All right. This is Chris Brown's words. He's the first to let off a shot at Quavo. So we got to give Chris Brown credit. All right. Now, let me read what Chris Brown actually said. All right. Chris Brown said, okay, now, fucking my old bitches ain't gonna make us equal. Sipping that 1942, cause I don't do no Quavo. Freak bitch, she like Casamigos, not the Migos. Grrr, shots fired. Listen, that's Chris Brown. I don't know if you guys are feeling that, but that's Chris Brown. And you know, I'm reading it, but it sounds better. I'm going to be quite honest with you. It actually sounds better on record. This is an actual record that we're quoting, okay? Once again, okay now, fucking my old bitches ain't gonna make us equal. So he's saying, fucking my old bitches ain't gonna make us equal. Sipping that 1942 because I don't do Quavo. Freak bitch, she like Casamigos, not Migos. So this is a shot at the whole Migos. So he's not just taking a shot at Quavo. He actually took a shot at your boy Offset, and how despicable, he took a shot at Rest in Peace, Takeoff. Yeah. When you speaking about the Migos, you talking about all three members, all right? So he's just not firing shots at Quavo. He's firing shots at his group members also, all right? Now, you guys, Quavo actually responded also. I don't know if I could find where Quavo's response, but Quavo has responded, has seemingly responded to Chris Brown. All right. Now Quavo's response, I'm gonna be honest with you, Quavo more sung it out. Quavo's response was more of a singing response, and I want to give a shout out to Jack Boy. Jack Boy has just been released. He made bond. Shout out to Jack Boy. All right, former Sniper Gang member. Like I said, Quavo has responded to Chris Brown. Now, I don't have the Quavo response right now, all right? But just know that Quavo has responded to Chris Brown. All right, let me pull this off the screen. All right, so like I said, you guys see Chris Brown taking shots at Quavo. Now, hopefully this continues on in hip hop, all right? There's a theme going on with this podcast. And if somebody knows, I want to see the Quavo response. Quavo response to, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. Quavo response to Chris burnt down. Okay. So Quavo calling Chris Brown tender. He said, tender, don't beat her up. All right, let me see if I can see the whole lyrics here. All right, so the song that Quavo has for Chris Brown is called Tender. All right, and in the lyrics, Quavo made a reference to Chris Brown. He's saying, Chris, don't beat her up. All right, so I guess he's antagonizing Chris about putting his hands on women. Now, I'm not here to condemn nobody. Obviously, Chris Brown, he's received as much ridicule. You know, he's endured so much so much disrespect. All right. There's no reason for me to add on to that. All right. But nonetheless, yes, Quavo did respond to Chris Brown. Now, in hip hop, I'm gonna tell you like this, you guys, right now, hip hop needs this. Hip hop needs this. We need this back and forth. Hip hop needs that competitive edge once more. Because what they're doing, they're feminizing hip hop. All right. They're demasculating hip hop. If you guys see what's going on. So the hip hop art form is at jeopardy right now. So we have to give a big shout out to guys like Chris Brown. We cannot shun Chris Brown for wanting to enter into the arena of battle rap. We can't. We need as much of this in hip hop as possible. Hip hop needs its edge back. And we're going to speak about this because right now hip hop's at jeopardy. I'm telling you guys, hip hop's at complete jeopardy. All right, so we will speak about that. But nonetheless, shout out to Chris Brown and a big shout out to Quavo. All right, I want to see you guys. I want to see this continue. I want you guys to keep this clean. All right, I'm like the ref inside the boxing ring. We're gonna have a good fight, fellas, gentlemen. We're gonna keep this fight clean, gentlemen. All right, there's gonna be no guns involved. I'm talking to both parties, Chris Brown as well as Quavo. There will be no beefing when it comes to this because I know y'all niggas is not finna throw hands about no broad. But right now, hip-hop needs you guys. We need you here at L.O.T.S Media. YouTube needs you. The internet streets need you guys. We need this Quavo and Chris Brown beef like never before in hip-hop. All right? Hip-hop needs its competitive edge back. And that's what I'm liking to see. And it's looking like it's a domino effect. Like I told you, Kodak Black already starting with Little Baby and NBA Youngboy. The competitive edge. We need that in hip hop, but we don't need the violence per se right now. But we need that competitive edge. So it didn't stop there, all right? Now it's Chris Brown and Quavo. They're going at it. Now you guys know last week, don't act like last week we didn't have a thing going on with the ladies, all right? Even though when you're talking about the internet, it's like 15 minutes of fame. One week we're speaking about this, the next week we're speaking about that. All right? So what I'm referring to is the Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion beef that has seemed to die down. I don't hear nobody talking about Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj no longer. All right? So in this day and age, when it comes to hip-hop, and you're talking about not even hip-hop, but the internet, in reference to the internet, there's 15 minutes of fame on the internet. What happened 2 weeks is no longer current 2 weeks later, all right? Things get pushed out of the algorithm. I don't think Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion are no longer in the algorithm, as in the top of the list of the algorithm, all right? So like I said, we need more beefing in hip-hop, yeah. Contrary to what Little Bootsy said. Bootsy, I heard you. Little Bootsy said, y'all need to stop egging on this beefing in hip-hop because that ends up with people dying. I'm paraphrasing right now. But Little Bootsy is saying that we need to stop promoting beefing in hip-hop. Battle rapping. We need to stop promoting that. Because the same people that are promoting it are not going to show up at the funeral. Now listen. Bootsy, listen. Bootsy, like I would say, we love you, man. We love you at this channel. But quite often I notice that I do not agree with you. My brother, listen. Bootsy, I know your voice is strong, but you got to watch what you're saying. All right? Bootsy, if you take away the competitive edge from hip-hop is no longer the art form that it once was. Let's make this clear. It has to be beefing. I'm not talking about how y'all would beef in Baton Rouge. I understand New Orleans. I get it over there. Niggas is dying when y'all are beefing. It's not a lyrical thing. But y'all do not set the standard for hip hop and battling. That's isolated, okay? That's isolated. The true nature of hip hop, the culture of hip hop and battling, that's what makes the art form what it is. All right? So don't shout out to Bootsy, but please, you guys, don't listen to Bootsy. Please, please don't kill this art form that I've come to love, that I've loved since the day of its inception. I love hip hop and I love the competitive edge of it. All right? I love the braggadocious, but bragging for the right things, bragging about how you write your rhymes, bragging about how nobody can stand up to your pen. Nobody can equal to your penmanship. I love that about hip hop. Having your own style, dressing fly, having your own style, standing out, calling niggas out. That's hip hop. That's the competitive nature of hip hop. And that's what makes hip hop what it is. That's what makes hip hop in high demand. That's what makes hip hop priority. All right? Now, moving right along. Shout out to Bootsy nonetheless. And shout out to everybody that's beefing in hip hop. It's a beautiful day in hip hop. I'm loving the energy in hip hop right now. All right? I'm loving this energy. All right? Moving right along. Now, this is a segue. We just spoke about Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion's beef, right? So you guys know right now there's women. The women of hip hop are picking sides right now. Right now, you either Crips or you Bloods. Let's put it like this. You either Crips or you Bloods. Nicki Minaj is the Crips. Meg Thee Stallion is the Bloods. Or maybe you want to give that to Nicki because Nicki's husband's a Blood. All right, so Bloods. Nicki's the Bloods. Meg Thee Stallion is the Crips. I'm just using this as an analogy, all right? Right now in hip-hop, it's not safe for you women. Right now in hip-hop, if you're a woman, you got to pick a side. Right? You have to pick a side. Either pick a side or don't get no features. Meaning, if you work with Meg Thee Stallion, you can't work with Nicki no longer. Are you guys seeing what's going on out there? You got to pick a side. Pick a side. There's no neutral. If you work with Nicki Minaj, you cannot work with Meg Thee Stallion no longer. That's what it's seeming like. They're forcing these women to pick a side in hip-hop right now. So you guys see, it's not only Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion beefing. Remember, Nicki and Cardi were beefing. So either you on Cardi and them side or you on Nicki Minaj side. You see Meg Thee Stallion? She picked a side. Meg Thee Stallion picked a side. Though she worked with Nicki before, she's picked a side. You see Lotto? They used to go by Mulatto. She picked a side. Lotto has picked a side. She's on Meg Thee Stallion and them side. Nonetheless, you already know the queen forever rules. She's ruling right now. You know Nicki Minaj is the queen, right? Big shout out to Nicki Minaj, all right? She's the queen, nonetheless. All right, so Nicki Minaj recently, there's more shots fired. We're going to keep this going. There's shots fired, all right? Now, recently, Nicki Minaj had a show. You know Nicki Minaj on her Gag City tour. No Diddy, pause. Gag City tour, all right? So Nicki Minaj chose to bring out some special guests on her tour. Nicki Minaj brought out some women. There were some significant women that were brought out on the tour. And you guys guessed right. Of course, Cardi was not there. Of course, Megan was not there. Of course, Lotto was not there. All right? These women are opposed to Nicki. It's kind of like the Ukraine and Russia war. Pick a side. You either rocking with Nicki or you rocking with Meg. All right? So Nicki brought out these artists on stage. Now, everybody says Nicki doesn't usually embrace the new women in hip-hop. That's Nicki. That's the gripe that people have with Nicki. People are saying that Nicki she's ruling with an iron fist and she's not giving the up-and-coming women in hip-hop an opportunity, right? But I think Nicki just debunked that. She deliberately debunked that. Nicki brought out like 5 women artists on her song. That song, that freak song, the Rick James remix song. I think that's her best single of her career. That's probably her most selling single of her career. She probably got the most awards for that single. All right. Now, Nicki Minaj brought these women out on stage. First of all, Nicki Minaj brought out JT. Big shout out to JT, one half of the City Girls. Big shout out to JT that's currently beefing with Gorilla. You guys know JT's in Gorilla. They're going at it. They're going at it. The women are going at it. And I love this shit. Because guess what? I love when women can compete in what we do as men. This is hip hop. This is the most fun hip hop has been all year. Last year wasn't even as fun as hip hop is right now currently. Everybody's going at it. Men and women. Period. Nobody's exempt. No gender is exempt. Men and women are going at it in hip hop. So nonetheless, Nicki brings out JT. You guys, if you guys get a chance to go on YouTube and check out JT at the Nicki Minaj gag show when JT came out. As soon as JT walked on stage, the crowd went crazy. Pandemonium. Everybody went crazy. Everybody loved to see JT. I think it's safe to say that JT has a promising future in hip hop. JT's making her waves and she only has 2 singles out there. Big shout out to Home Team. Shout out to JT. 2 singles. One of them being Sideways, and I forget the other single. You guys know I don't keep up with everything, but I'm watching. One of the singles is Sideways. All right. Damn, I can't remember the other single. I'm gonna pull it up. But nonetheless, big shout out to JT. Big shout out to JT. Now, you guys, like I said, JT came on stage. The crowd went crazy. Pandemonium. People went crazy. But it didn't just stop at JT. There's a girl named Baya. I don't know if you guys familiar. There's a girl named Baya. She's a new woman in hip hop. She's out of Boston, Massachusetts. She's out of that. You know, I don't even like Boston like that. But big shout out to Boston. But I got my reasons. It's petty. I'll admit it's petty. It's petty, but shout out to Boston. But nonetheless, there's a girl that goes by the name of Baya. There's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. She had a little single. She's had some success. She's also the one that used Missy Elliott. She's a bitch. Now you guys know in hip hop, I think you guys have been seeing that she used that sample. Also, Cardi B used that sample. Also, the other who's that guy? Ski Mask and Slump God. Ski Mask used that sample also. Shout out to Missy Elliott. She's a bitch because people have been sampling her music as of lately. All right, and these 3 artists, they sampled the same song. If not sample, they rapped on the instrumental. All right. It's been causing a lot of controversy nonetheless, right? But Baya came on stage. And I'm going to speak about Baya. We're going to double back to Baya because there's a reason why I'm bringing up Mrs. Baya out of Massachusetts. New lady in rap. All right. They also brought out Katie Bands. I think she's out of Chicago. They brought her out. All right. So it wasn't just JT. It wasn't just Katie Bands. It wasn't just Baya. They also brought out another Akbar. This girl, I think she's off of reality TV. Nonetheless, her name's Akbar. I hope I'm not butchering her name. Forgive me. All right. But there was 4 to 5 women. I might be missing one person. But nonetheless, Nicki brought out 4 to 5 women. Now, you guys, Nicki always get that stigma of not embracing new women in rap. I think she just debunked that theory. All right. But one thing that I noticed about these women that she brought out, supposedly all write their raps. You guys know Nicki got an issue with women not writing their rap. Let's make this clear. In reference to all the women in hip hop, you guys see Nicki Minaj's main concern. Why Nicki Minaj doesn't embrace a lot of women in rap. If you do not write your raps, Nicki has a problem. If you do not write your raps, Nicki has a problem. Nicki worked with Coi Leray. Big shout out to Coi Leray. Shout out to Coi Leray with her career and what she's doing in her career, with all the ridicule that she faces, all the adversity that she faces. She continues to progress, to ascend. Shout out to Coi Leray. But at one point, they found out that somebody was controlling Coi's pen. Somebody's controlling Coi's pen. And I don't think that sat well with Nicki. Nicki is embracing all women in hip-hop that actually write their own rap. L.O.T.S approved media. Please don't shoot the messenger. You guys, make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Please share this with your families and friends, all right? This is episode number 81. We're 19 episodes away from episode 100. That part. Don't shoot the messenger, all right? And right now we're speaking about Nicki Minaj and the issues that she has with Cardi B and the things that are deriving from this beef. The other women that are getting involved. Women are picking sides. It's Crips and Bloods. Who you rocking with? Are you rocking with Nicki at home, or are you rocking with Cardi? Shout out to Cardi B with that new single that she dropped. That's directed by her husband, directed by Offset. All right, Cardi looking banging as usual. All right, Cardi B was scared to drop. Rumor is Offset said that Cardi was scared to drop, but you guys see Cardi's doing her numbers. Shout out to Cardi B. All right, now. There's a reason I spoke about Baya. Okay, this girl named Baya out of Boston. Baya, as of recently, is calling somebody out. All right? Like I said, Baya was on stage with Nicki Minaj. All right? Baya and Cardi B recently, there's an undertone of something going on. There's something there. I don't know if it didn't actually kick off yet, but there's something there. Baya used Missy Elliott's She's a Bitch, and also Cardi B used Missy Elliott's She's a Bitch. And I think that's where the issues may have stemmed from. I might be wrong, but I think that's where it stemmed from. I think. Nonetheless, Baya's calling people out. Baya, as of recently, called out somebody. All right. Let's see if we could pull up. Let's see if we could pull up her statement and what Baya actually said. Let me see here. Hold up. You guys, make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. All right? Hit that like button. Don't be a ninja watcher, please. All right. All right, let me see here. Let me see here if we can find these Baya lyrics. Let me see if I can find these Baya lyrics. Baya made a comment. Hold up. Once again, rest in peace, O.J. Simpson, and rest in peace, DJ Mr. C. All right. Let me see here. Baya. All right. Bada bing, I found it. All right. You guys. All right. You guys see that's Baya. All right. She recently posted on Instagram. So this is a verse that Baya has. All right. Once again, this girl is out of Boston, you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are sharing this actual this episode. All right. Episode number 81. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. DSTM. You heard? Now listen, this is Baya. Quote for quote. I hear bitches popping shit, and that's so funny to me. How you say you running down, but you can't walk on the beat? I ain't know I had an op, cause she don't say shit to me. I'ma cop me a new gun before I cop me a plea. Heard they want my low. I dropped it in Dubai. I can never turn my phone on just to cry on live. I hate a sneaky nigga. Pick a side. If you want to get up with me, tell the bitch that we're outside. Listen, this is Baya. Now, she didn't mention anybody. All right? She hasn't mentioned a name. I'm going to repeat it one more time so we can get this clear. Maybe you guys can decipher who she's talking about. Because that first when I read it, it took me about like 2 minutes to really decipher who she was actually talking about. All right. Now, this is what she said. I hear bitches popping shit, and that's so funny to me. How you say you running down, but you can't walk on the beat? Can't walk on the beat. I ain't know I had an op, because she don't say shit to me. I'ma cop me a new gun before I cop me a plea. Heard they want my low, I dropped it in Dubai. I could never turn my phone on just to cry on live. I hate a sneaky nigga, pick a side. If you want to get up with me, tell that bitch that we outside. All right, listen, man, shout out to Baya. Shout out to Baya. I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with that, nonetheless. Now, you guys, first of all, she's talking about running up on her when you can't even walk on a beat. Now, you guys know, like I just said before, you guys got a peep game. You guys put your thinking caps on right now. There's a lot of subliminals going on. I'm going to catch you guys up. You guys know that Cardi B allegedly, Cardi B doesn't write her raps. Allegedly, Cardi B does not write her raps. So she has to be speaking about Cardi B. Well, not necessarily, but that is one of the things that people speak about Cardi B, all right? That Cardi B actually does not write her raps. So how you gonna run up on me when you can't walk on a beat? All right? Hold up. Let's get this right, man. Give me 1 second. Hold up. We gonna put. I wanna go quote for quote. See what's going. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second here. All right. Also, how you say? Okay, she said that. All right. Ain't know I had an op. I ain't know I had an op because she don't say shit to me. So she's saying Cardi B doesn't say her name. Like I said, this is a subliminal war. All right. She said, I'm going to cop me a new gun before I cop me a plea. Shout out to her, gangster. I heard that they want my low. I dropped it in Dubai. So she's basically saying she was in Dubai at the time when she dropped her low. All right. You guys let me know if you guys see the screen freezing right now. It's looking like the internet is a little bit low. I've been having some internet issues in my area. All right, so I'm hoping that the screen is not freezing right now. All right, we got everything plugged in. What's going on here? Let me see something. All right, now, you guys let me know in the comment section if you see the screen freezing. Let me know something at home, all right? Now, she also said, I can never turn my phone on just to cry on live. So you guys recall, I think you guys remember when Cardi B was crying on live, all right? At one point, you guys remember Cardi B and Offset, y'all know they got an ongoing thing, you know what I'm saying? They got this on and off, some would say toxic, but I'm a big advocate for their relationship. Shout out to Offset, shout out to Cardi B. But nonetheless, you guys, I spoke about this when Cardi B was actually crying on live. She was crying about Offset, talking about Offset dealing with that chick that she actually had to go to court about. You know they're saying that Offset was seen with the girl at the, we know the rest, all right? I don't have to go into detail about that. Nonetheless, she's saying, you're crying about a nigga. What she said again? Heard they want my, wait, no. I can never turn my phone on just to cry on live. So you guys recall, Cardi B was crying on live. All right? And she also said, I hate a sneaky nigga. Pick a side. If you want to get up with me, tell that bitch that we outside, that we're outside, all right? So you guys see the subliminals are there. Obviously, if you've been stuck under a rock, she's speaking about Cardi B. Now, this is Baya calling out Cardi B. Baya that just got brought out on stage with Nicki Minaj. Obviously, Baya, I'm assuming now, it's safe to assume Baya writes her raps. Because she's saying, how you going to run up on me when you can't walk on a beat? She's speaking about Nicki Minaj. Speaking about Cardi B and her raps. Crying on live. Obviously, Cardi B was crying on live about Offset. We know that. All right. Nonetheless, you guys, shots fired in the community with the ladies of rap. Shots have been fired. Now, you guys, it's a beautiful thing in hip hop. Once again, hip hop, we got to celebrate this week. We got to celebrate hip hop this month. The past 2 months, hip hop has been doing an amazing job. Constantly, niggas is going at each other. Nobody got hurt in the process. Nobody got killed. All right? It's just lyrics at this moment. And we need this in hip hop. This is the theme this is the theme of this whole podcast, episode number 81. All right? The theme of this episode is talking about hip hop gaining its edge. Hip hop has to gain back its edge. So it's not just the men, we got the women involved. And now women are acclimated in hip hop and they're following suit. So salute to the ladies for keeping up the tradition of hip hop, the battle tradition. I love it, man. I love to see this whole, I love it. As long as nobody don't get hurt. I know Cardi B kind of got bopped over the head. Shout out to Cardi B because I know she gangster. All right. And Nicki didn't actually do that. But shout out to all parties. But hopefully it doesn't get to that. Hopefully nobody gets hurt in this, even though sometimes it happens in hip hop. So let's just say hopefully nobody gets killed. All right. That's what we're hoping for. And I don't think that's going to be the case with Baya and Cardi. I don't think that's going to be the case. Nor do I think that's going to be the case with Nicki, with Cardi B. I don't think that's going to be the case. Nor do I think that's going to be the case with NBA Youngboy and Kodak. I don't think that's going to be the case. All right. Now, speaking of NBA Youngboy, you guys make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Make sure you guys are turning your notifications on. Like I told you guys, we're going to be, well, sorry about that. We're streaming. We're streaming from Facebook. We're streaming from YouTube. And we're also streaming from Twitter. All right? We're streaming on 3 different platforms right now. Also, I'm going to be placing the audio. You guys can listen to the audio on Apple Podcasts. You guys can check out the audio. The audio experience is a totally different experience. You listen to this while you're working out at the gym. Put your headphones on. You can listen to this while you're at work. Put your headphones on. Listen to this while you're driving in the vehicle with your family. Simple. All right? The most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 81. We got 19 episodes left to episode 100. That part. All right? So now, you guys, like I said, we still haven't spoke about the elephant in the room. So let me round this up right quick, all right? I want to speak about this NBA Youngboy and Finesse 2 Times. There's a rapper called Finesse 2 Times. He's a new rapper on the scene. We're all familiar with NBA Youngboy. He's breaking records in hip-hop. NBA Youngboy is breaking all type of records. He's billboards, and that's it, and the streams and all that. YouTube, he's one of the top artists of this day, all right, of this modern day. Recently, NBA Youngboy and Finesse 2 Times, they're going at it. We're going to be brief with this. Guys, we got to start beefing over women. It's the same thing with Quavo and Chris Brown. I like the lyricalness, but same time, we're being petty right now, beefing over women. So apparently, Finesse 2 Times had, I guess he got at NBA Youngboy's baby mama. Finesse 2 Times got at NBA Youngboy's baby mama. And you know NBA Youngboy, he got like 1, 2, 3, 4, he got like 8 baby mamas. And what did Youngboy do? He returned the favor. Like John McEnroe on the tennis court. How I like it. He returned the favor, all right? He got at Finesse 2 Times baby mama. So it's an even swindle, right? We could swap it out. You remember what Quavo said? We could swap it out. So that's what happened. They're getting at each other baby mamas. So somehow now, things have risen now, and they're going at each other now. So Finesse 2 Times and NBA Boy, they're beefing right now. And they're beefing about baby mamas. But it looks like Finesse 2 Times took the high road. I want to give a shout out, big shout out to Finesse 2 Times. Finesse 2 Times took the opportunity. First he was beefing about it. But now he took the opportunity. And he took the opportunity to say that he doesn't want to beef for NBA Youngboy no more. Finesse don't want to beef for NBA Youngboy. Finesse brought up some valid reasons as to why he don't want to beef for Youngboy. Finesse said, first of all, we all know NBA Youngboy suffers from mental issues. Let's be clear, you guys. When you're talking about NBA Youngboy, when you're speaking about guys like Kodak Black, you guys got to be mindful when you guys are ridiculing, speaking, and being judgmental about the younger generation. Judgmental, judging the mental. I like that. Let's break it down. Be careful, because a lot of these guys have mental issues. They're mentally compromised. And it's such as the same as NBA. You guys know NBA Youngboy doesn't tick. His elevator doesn't go all the way up. NBA Youngboy at times, the cheese done slid off the cracker. Let's just keep it all the way 100. Call a spade a spade. Don't Shoot the Messenger. Yes, NBA Youngboy suffers from mental issues. Now, Finesse 2 Times said he can see that in him. A lot of times, we're able to analyze and assess people because we might suffer from them same issues. And such is this case with Finesse 2 Times. Finesse 2 Times said he suffered from depression. He suffered from mental issues. That's why he sees that in NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy has mental issues. Keep in mind, NBA Youngboy is stuck on Grave Digger Mountain, all right? NBA Youngboy is all the way in Utah. He's in Utah with the white folks. NBA Youngboy is on house arrest. He cannot leave the house at all. NBA Youngboy is stuck in the house. He's been in the house for 2 years. That would drive anybody insane. Those type of conditions will drive you insane. So yes, NBA Youngboy, I would believe that he does suffer from mental issues. The way he acts out sporadically, the way he's so impulsive when he reacts to things, the way he's so passionate when he reacts to things, the way he's from 0 to 100. I correlate that with mental issues. He has underlying issues, and Finesse 2Times took notice to that. But nonetheless, Finesse 2Times had some words for NBA Youngboy. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out NBA Youngboy's response to Finesse 2Times, and we're gonna check out Finesse 2Times initially responded to NBA Youngboy getting at his baby mama. They beefing about baby mamas. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like to see niggas beefing about chicks. I don't like that. I understand what Juvenile said. Nowadays, a nigga will bust your head if you play with his hoe. Yeah, niggas will do something to you about they bitch nowadays. But I don't like it. I don't like it, all right? Now, let's check it out. Let's go to the gram right quick. Let me pull this up right quick, champ. Bada bing. All right, there goes NBA Youngboy. Let's see if we can get Finesse 2Times response first. Let's see if we can get Finesse 2Times. Bada bing. Where's Finesse at? All right, first of all, let's start off with NBA Youngboy. All right. So I just explained to you guys, right? I explained to you guys how Finesse 2Times basically said that he doesn't want to beef for NBA Youngboy. Let's make this clear. Finesse 2Times says he does not want to beef for NBA Youngboy because he says NBA Youngboy has mental issues. All right. Now, some would think that was a mature movement, but contrary to what we're thinking, NBA Youngboy begs to differ. All right, hold up.
He like, young boy, with the problem, bitch, and I'm thrown off out here his mama with that child, but fuck that bitch, and fuck that fat hoe too. Nigga, who you talking to? That bitch car better be bulletproof, bitch. Hold on. He like, young boy, with the problem, bitch, and I'm thrown off out here his mama with that child, but fuck that bitch, and fuck that fat hoe too. Nigga, who you talking to? That bitch car better be bulletproof, bitch. Hold on. He like, young boy, with the problem, bitch, and I'm thrown off out here his mama with that child, but fuck that bitch, and fuck that fat hoe too. Nigga, who you talking to? That bitch car better be bulletproof, bitch. Hold on. He like, young boy, with the problem, bitch, and I'm thrown off out here his mama with that child, but fuck that bitch, and fuck that fat hoe too. Nigga, who you talking to? That bitch car better be bulletproof, bitch. Hold on. He like, young boy, with the problem, bitch, and I'm thrown off out here his mama with that child, but fuck that bitch, and fuck that fat hoe too. Nigga, who you talking to? That bitch car better be bulletproof, bitch. Hold on. He like,
Now, hold up.
young boy, with the problem, bitch.
Now, wait up, y'all. There's another response here. Let's see if we can find it. There's another response that NBA Youngboy had. It doesn't stop there, all right? Hold up. Let's see if we can find this response. Yeah, it's a little bit earlier in the week. Hold up. Let's see if we can pull this up here.
Nah, you sound like a bitch who I kicked out,
there
nigga.
we
I
go.
ain't trying to hear none of that
All
mental
right,
health
we
shit,
found it
boy.
right here.
Hey,
All right?
you know how that shit turned out, you pussy ass nigga. You wrote my hoe. I ain't tell you nothing, bitch. I told your hoe something. This bitch ass nigga wanna at me. Man, I ain't tell your bitch ass. I ain't tell your botched ass nigga when you play with my hoe, nigga. I just post your bitch. Keep that thing gangster. Then go back and play with my wife, man. That ain't no bitch. That ain't that bitch that you fake pimping, nigga. No, man. Alright. I don't want to talk. I ain't your friend. I ain't none of that, you pussy bitch. None of that. Nah, you sound like a bitch who I kicked out, nigga. I ain't trying to hear none of that mental health shit, boy. Hey, you know how that shit turned out, you pussy ass nigga. You wrote my hoe. I ain't tell you nothing, bitch. I told your hoe something. This bitch ass nigga wanna at me. Man, I ain't tell your bitch ass. I ain't tell your botched ass nigga when you play with my hoe, nigga. I just post your bitch. Keep that thing gangster. Then go back and play with my wife, man. That ain't no bitch. That ain't that bitch that you fake pimping, nigga. No, man. Alright. I don't want to talk. I ain't your friend. I ain't none of that, you pussy bitch. None of that. Nah, you sound like a bitch who I kicked out, nigga. I ain't trying to hear none of that mental health shit, boy. Hey, you know how that shit turned out, you pussy ass nigga. You wrote my hoe. I ain't tell you nothing, bitch. I told your hoe something. This bitch ass nigga wanna at me. Man, I ain't tell your bitch ass. I ain't tell your botched ass nigga when you play with my hoe, nigga. I just post your bitch. Keep that thing gangster. Then go back and play with my wife, man. That ain't no bitch. That ain't that.
All right, now. Hold up. Let me pull this. Let me remove this. All right, guys. Listen, I need you guys, real player shit. I need everyone to put their thinking caps on right now. Listen, I don't know if you guys caught the combo between NBA Youngboy. Basically, NBA Youngboy is responding to Finesse 2 Times saying that NBA Youngboy has mental issues, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to go to war with NBA Youngboy. Now, this is the thing. You guys don't know, Finesse 2 Times is a pimp. He's a pimp, a P-I-M-P. Do you guys know what the word P-I-M-P means? It means professional in manipulating people. He's a pimp, all right? Now, mind you, you see what NBA Youngboy said. You got at my chick. I ain't say nothing to you. Cool. I got at your chick. Now, keep in mind, you see what he said. He said, that's my wife you was getting at. You heard? In reference to Finesse 2 Times baby mama, Finesse 2 Times is a pimp, a P-I-M-P, professional in manipulating people, professional in manipulating pussy, all right? And y'all know here, I got some comrades as pimps, but I don't respect pimps. I respect them, but I don't respect the profession of pimping. Professional in manipulating people. I do not promote or condone pimping, all right? Shout out to the players, though. Now listen, it sounds like NBA Youngboy is saying he kept it player. He ain't say nothing about him getting at his baby, getting at his wifey. So now all of a sudden, according to NBA Youngboy, he got at Finesse 2 Times baby mama. Keep in mind, he said you with that fake pimp shit. Now, Finesse 2 Times recently was online talking about how he had a bitch, right? Finesse 2 Times said he used to have to lay in a hotel room while laying, well, I don't know what household he's in. He's in a house. And he's in one room while his baby mama is having sex in the next room. She's a prostitute. According to Finesse 2 Times, he's from Memphis. He ain't tender dick. According to Finesse 2 Times, he's not tender dick. He's strong enough. He said, you can imagine how strong I am if I could be in one room while my baby mama is knocking down a trick in the next room over, and I can actually hear them having sex. This is according to Finesse 2 Times. Finesse 2 Times says NBA Youngboy is tender dick. Finesse 2 Times said he's from Memphis. You don't know how Memphis niggas get down. Well, Finesse, I'm going to make this clear. Don't shoot the messenger. I'd rather be tender dick NBA Youngboy. Let's be this clear. L.O.T.S approved. I would rather be tender dick NBA Youngboy before I be pimping on my baby mama like Finesse 2 Times, all right? Finesse is trying to make it seem like it's cool to be a pimp. He's making it seem like it's cool to pimp your baby mama. Now, this is the same man that's a so-called Muslim. He's Muslim. Shout out to the Muslim community. But it's the same man that's a self-proclaimed Muslim speaking about his baby mama and what he had to do and using that as an example of how resilient he is. You would think that one would think that he takes glory in that. One would think he takes pride in that. All right? Pimping on your baby mama, that ain't gonna work. So big shout out to NBA Youngboy. No shout out. No shout out for Finesse 2 times pimping on his baby mama. No, we don't condone pimping on your baby mama. No, Finesse, that's not cool that you in one room and your baby mama is with a trick in the next room and you can hear them actually having sex. That ain't cool, homie. Big shout out to NBA Youngboy, but nonetheless, y'all niggas need to stop that beefing. Because both of y'all looking like y'all both tender, all right? And like I always tell all men, to all my comrades, to all these men, to all men in the world, keep in mind what L.O.T.S tells you. She's not yours, it's just your turn, all right? Let's make this clear. She's not yours, it's just your turn. So don't turn on your fellow brother. Don't turn on the nigga that you don't know just because he's with a chick that you was once with. Or you're probably with, but it's only your turn. Now, I'm not saying to condone a nigga getting at your chick, no. But resorting to violence behind a chick and a nigga ain't being over what he's not, how you say, a nigga is not disrespecting your girl. He ain't forced her to give her number. He's not harassing your girl. There's no reason for you to want to go to war with this man or beef with this man, get violent with the nigga. All right? And leave it up to your lady to shut him down. Your lady's supposed to shut niggas down. You're not really supposed to run up on niggas about a woman unless she's being harassed, unless she's being touched inappropriately, unless she's being harassed. Other than that, you leave that up to your woman to shut him down. Your woman's supposed to shut down any nigga that's getting at her, dog. You shouldn't have to jeopardize your freedom. You shouldn't have to jeopardize your integrity. You shouldn't be how would you call it? Deceived by your woman. Maybe she gave him the sign. Maybe she gave him the room, the opportunity to get at her. I'm not saying that's the case, but we have to keep that in mind, all right? Nonetheless, once again, just shout out to all parties. Shout out to NBA Youngboy. Shout out to Finesse 2 times. Let's cut out. Let's stop beefing over the women. You know what I mean? Let's stop. I know it's kind of hard. I've been there before, but I've never actually went to war about a woman. Yes, I've stepped to niggas about a woman. Yeah, if a nigga can confront me with my woman, if I see a nigga bringing up my name, yeah, I'm going to confront you. But by the grace of God, it never ended up in violence. I don't have that on my jacket, in my repertoire. I don't have that. All right? Now, shout out to everybody in the comment section. Once again, make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Listen, this is episode number 81 of the L.O.T.S approved Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, all right? Powered by L.O.T.S approved media. Episode 81, that means we got 19 episodes until we hit episode 100, all right? They never thought we would be here. Let's keep this in mind. They never thought we'd make it to 100. Nah, who would have thought? The odds were against us. Do you guys know what I faced? Do you guys know the trials and tribulations, the blood, sweat, and tears I faced to even reach episode 81? Shout out to my partner in crime, Planet, goddammit. He helped me get here. That's my partner in crime. That's the eyes behind my head. Shout out to Planet once again. You heard? Y'all tell Planet, man, get that music out. If y'all don't know, Planet got some platinum music. Planet got some records that he needs to release. If you guys get a chance, you ever get an opportunity to speak to Planet, let him know we need that music, Planet. We need that music. How they say in Memphis? How they say in Memphis and Baltimore? Music, that part. Planet, we need that music. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Shout out to Ben Burning, Planet, goddammit. Shout out to Mark Harris. My dog is in the ghetto. Rick Ross Sanchez channel. That part. Let me pull this up, man. Shout out to Mark Harris. Let me pull up some of these comment sections. And you guys, we're about to talk about the J. Cole now. Yeah, I'm saving the best for last. Don't get it twisted. Don't get this twisted. We're going to speak about the elephant in the room. I had to save the best for last. All right? Shout out to Mark Harris. Shout out to Make It Happen. Mark Harris said, yo, this is what Mark Harris said. My dog is the ghetto Rick Sanchez, Channel 7. That part. I can wear that. I can accept that. I can get jiggy with that. I'm the ghetto Rick Sanchez. You heard? Channel 7. You heard? Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 81. That part. We on fire. All right? 19 episodes until we hit episode 100. You heard? All right. What plan is saying? What Make It Happen? All right, shout out to Make It Happen in Trinidad. Make It Happen say, yo, Kodak right about the nails. A lot of gangsta-licious rappers feminizing the kids. So he's talking about Kodak Black screaming on NBA Youngboy and Little Baby about painting their nails, all right? This is what Make It Happen is referring to. And he agrees with Kodak Black. He said Kodak Black is right with the nails. A lot of gangsta-licious. Y'all know gangsta-licious from Boondocks. Don't get crazy. Don't act crazy. Don't act crazy. Gangsta-licious from Boondocks. This is a prediction. Same way the Simpsons predicted the future. Y'all got to watch the Boondocks because they predict a lot of things, all right? A lot of issues in hip-hop, in the world today, that black people suffer from. That part. All right? He said gangsta-licious rappers feminizing the kids. That part, yes, they feminizing the kids. All right? All right, my man Planet Goddammit said, these men having much female traits. That part. A lot of female traits in hip-hop that men are carrying nowadays. All right? That is being implemented in hip-hop. They're massaging it like lotion into hip-hop. They're trying to get you guys adjusted and acclimated to it. They're trying to normalize feminizing the men in hip-hop. And the main ones that are suffering from the feminizing of hip-hop are black people. The feminizing of the nation are black people suffering the most. But we'll speak about that on another show. You guys know I got different shows. If you guys get a chance, make sure you guys hit the subscription button. Subscribe to Raise the Frequency. We're gonna start loading on that channel once again. All right, and that's that channel. We speak about high vibrational stuff. All right, self-development, motivation. All right, that's what we speak about on that channel. But nonetheless, shout out to Planet. I agree with you. All right, you got my man's Whistler. Einstein, yo, I'm in the building. Shout out to Whistler. Shout out to Saint, what's the last name there? Saint Aline. I apologize, brother, if I didn't pronunciate that correctly. All right. Big shout out to Gucci Mike. Gucci Lou Mike. Shout out to you, family. That part, man. I love that everybody's in the building. Big up to the family, man. And you guys clap it up. All right, you guys pat yourself on the back. You guys made it to episode number 81. Shout out to the diehard real supporters of this channel. Shout out to my real supporters of the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, all right? Big up to everybody in the comment section. That part, all right? Oh, I want to give a big shout out to Vilkins. Shout out to Vilks for donating $100 to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. If you guys don't know, you guys know that you guys can sponsor the channel. You guys can donate to the channel. It's much needed, all right? That goes to upgrading equipment. Right now, I need to update my computer so I can use my Rodecaster again, all right? We're using a different audio right now. So we need all the donations that we can get. Once again, shout out to Vilks for the big $100 donation that he gave me 2 weeks ago. And I failed to mention that last week. So nonetheless, big shout out to Mr. Vilks, all right? That part. Haitian rap artist, all right? Haitian artist. And he's a good artist too. All right? Shout out to Vilks. All right. Now, you guys, once again, make sure you guys to turn on your notification bells. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. All right, we call that wiping your feet on the rug. Show that you got manners. Show that you guys were raised right. Don't embarrass your parents, your grandparents, the people that raised you, your elders. Don't embarrass your community. Do not be an embarrassment your whole life. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, the thumbs up, or the heart, or whatever platform you're on, whether it's Facebook. I think Facebook is the heart. YouTube is a thumbs up, or do I have it backwards? I'm not sure, all right? make sure you guys are hitting them thumbs up. Make sure you guys are hitting the like. When you guys hit like, that's what makes YouTube recommend the content. All right, that's what makes YouTube recommend it to their audience, to the YouTube audience. So those likes are much needed. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. All right, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys turn your notification on so every time that we go on, you guys get notified when I drop new content. Remember, I'm going on live. I've been going on live. If you didn't notice, we're going on at different times. Sometimes we have more people in the building. Sometimes we have less people in the building. That's because I'm going on at different times. But nonetheless, you guys should be turning your notifications on. That will stop all that missing out. All right? I'm going to try to keep the time consistent. But like I told you guys, life be lifing. All right? I don't get paid for YouTube. All right? And we've been doing this going on almost a year and a half. That we've been going on. We're on episode number 81. And we're aiming for episode 1. What's that? Hold up. Put the 100. 100. That's what we're aiming for, all right? Now, you guys, it's time to address the elephant in the room. It's time to address the elephant in the room. Make sure you guys are sharing this podcast, all right? Let's get everybody acclimated. You guys know you got loved ones and admirers. Share this with your admirers and loved ones. This has been the talk of the town for the past 2 weeks, all right? For the past 2 weeks, you guys know there's been a major war going on. It's just not a war with Palestine and Israel. It's just not a war with Ukraine and Russia, all right? Shout out to those countries, all right? And condolences to the people that we've lost in that war. But there's a current war going on in hip-hop also. Hip-hop is going to war also, all right? And today we're speaking about Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar, Mr. West Coast, Mr. Stepper, How to Pimp a Butterfly. We're speaking about J. Cole, Jermaine, Lamar, Cole. How ironic. They both have the same name, though J. Cole, that's his middle name. And we're also speaking about Champagne Papi. We're speaking about Drake. All right, Drake, the number one selling artist right now. The record breaker, Champagne Papi, the kid that helms from Canada. The Canada kid that's been shutting down the game since his inception, since him signing to Young Money, which is led by the General Lil Wayne. Now, you guys know in hip-hop, we haven't seen this in a while. You guys remember the days of Jay-Z and Nas. You guys remember the days of KRS-One and MC Shan. You guys remember the days of Ice Cube going against NWA. You guys remember the days of 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. 50 Cent, fuck Ja Rule. 50 Cent versus Fat Boy. 50 Cent versus Rick Ross. All right? You guys know hip-hop is a competitive sport. And at times, it becomes a hand-to-hand combat sport. But we try to refrain from that. All right? But hip-hop, nonetheless, it's an aggressive sport. All right? So now, you guys, we spoke about all the past beefs. Now, currently, this new generation, we haven't had the same thing. There's a nostalgia in the air right now. Hip-hop is reminiscent of the 90s right now. It's reminiscent of 50 Cent and Rick Ross. All right? You have Kendrick Lamar versus Drake and J. Cole. You guys see Kendrick Lamar? He said, motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just me. You remember what he said? He said, even Prince outlived Mike Jack. You guys remember the rhyme. It's currently number one. The record is number one. Let's make it clear. The record that Kendrick Lamar is featured on with Metro Boomin and Future. Shout out to Metro Boomin and Future, because Metro, you're the reason for this. Metro gave us the platform. Big up to Metro Boomin. Because I don't know if this was your intent, Metro Boomin, but you are restoring hip-hop. Hip-hop's on the defibrillator, if that's what it's called. Hip-hop got hit with the electric pulse. Hip-hop is alive right now. Hip-hop is alive. Thank God hip-hop's alive. Now, you guys, like I said, Kendrick Lamar called out the big three. He called out Drake and he called out J. Cole. Now, we always wondering who was going to be the first to respond to Mr. Kendrick, the kid hailing from the West Coast, the one that said that he's the king of New York. I remember when Kendrick said that. Do y'all recall when Kendrick said he was the king of New York? Do y'all forget Kendrick is from LA? He's from Compton, California. Nonetheless, he called out Drake and J. Cole. Now, you guys, at home, we're speculating who's going to be the first one to respond to Kendrick. We always wondering who's going to respond first. Is it going to be J. Cole or Drake? Now, you guys know what I predicted. I predicted that J. Cole would respond first. I knew, L.O.T.S approved, I knew that J. Cole was going to, Jermaine Lamar Cole was going to respond first to Kendrick. Now, the reason I said J. Cole's going to respond to Kendrick because J. Cole has less to lose. J. Cole has less to lose than Drake. Drake's career is based off of numbers. I said it last week. I'm not going to go in depth with this, but Drake's career is based off of numbers. So Drake can't make no hasty steps. Drake has to make calculated, well thought out steps. J. Cole, not so much. Though it has to be calculated, not so much as Drake. So I assumed that J. Cole was going to respond to Kendrick first, in which he did. Now, you guys know J. Cole responded with a song called 7 Minute Drill. It's called 7 Minute Drill. Y'all know what a drill is, right? When somebody spins around the blocks and shoot up your crib. He called it a 7 minute drill. J. Cole referred to this song as a 7 minute drill. He's doing a drill. He's shooting up the block. He's airing shit out. That's what J. Cole said. Now, as of recently, J. Cole dropped the 7 minute drill. It didn't live too long. 7 minute drill did not age too well. The first day I heard 7 minute drill, I was disappointed. L.O.T.S approved. I was disappointed in Jermaine Lamar Cole. I was disappointed in him. Yes, I was. 7 minute drill did not age well. It didn't age well. 7 minute drill probably lasted about 3 or 4 days, 5 days at the most. I might be wrong, give or take. It was lackluster, to say the least. It was, how would you say unaggressive? If that's a word, unaggressive. 7 minute drill was not aggressive at all, even though the beat changed. 7 minute drill doesn't have no memorable quote or punchlines. I don't remember nothing that J. Cole said, Jermaine Lamar Cole said. I don't recall what J. Cole said. 7 minute drill was one of the weakest responses in hip hop. Let's be real. It's a 7 minute drill. He was supposed to shoot shit up, in which he did not. Let's be clear. J. Cole's response was lackluster. And I think that a lot of people felt that as well. I think a lot of people shared my sentiments, my opinion, my point of view. But I see some people I seen online, I seen on Facebook, some people, you got a lot of people out here, well, you got particular people that are pushing this narrative that J. Cole has matured. People are pushing the narrative that J. Cole has matured as if hip-hop doesn't need violence. Hip-hop needs to grow up. Hip-hop needs to grow up. Y'all like to see beefing. Why we gotta beef? Listen, man. Hip-hop is built, hip-hop has an edge. If you take away the edge from hip-hop, it's no longer the strong art form that it is. Hip-hop is political. It represents the streets. It talks about it talks about society, and it's a reflection of where society's at in that time. So yes, hip-hop is still dangerous. But as the art form with the competitiveness, that competitive nature, that's what keeps hip-hop refined. That competitive nature is what keeps hip-hop striving to be better, to come out with better metaphors, to be less, to be more innovative, to be more creative, to take initiative, to separate yourself from the competition, be more individualized, for lack of a better term. Hip-hop's about being creative. Hip-hop's about being the best, because when you are the best, it brings out the best in everyone. This is why hip-hop is this is what makes hip-hop why hip hop grows the way it grows. This is what makes hip hop so distinctive. When you talk about lyrics, lyricism, you can't take the competitiveness out of lyricism. Hip hop has to maintain its edge, is what I'm saying, people. So all those people, I call them beta males. All those niggas that are happy that J. Cole is copping the plea, y'all some suckers. I'm keeping it all the way gangster here. I'm being unapologetic when I speak about this. Y'all are some suckers. Anybody that's supporting J. Cole retracting his statement. Anybody that's supporting J. Cole being non-aggressive. Anybody that's supporting J. Cole, and what I'm about to say is, J. Cole has decided to retract his diss record. J. Cole has decided to remove 7-minute drill from all platforms, all streaming platforms. And I think as of today, he did it. I think J. Cole, Jermaine Lamar Cole, has deleted his diss record from all platforms. Now, you guys, J. Cole gave hip-hop a black eye. Jermaine Lamar Cole, you gave hip-hop a black eye, my brother. At one point, you was helping and responsible for helping revive hip-hop. You almost got thrusted into the Hall of Fame, J. Cole. And when I'm referencing the Hall of Fame, I'm talking about the elites, not just in sales, because hip-hop is just not based off of sales. Let's make this clear. MC Hammer sold records. Chris Cross sold records. What's that white boy's name? What's the white boy's name that Suge Knight, he hung over a balcony? I forgot his name. I forgot white boy's name. But he sold records too. Hip-hop's just not about sales. It's about lyrics. It's about lyrically being elite. We almost placed J. Cole in that elite category. J. Cole almost, this was his opportunity to separate himself from his peers, his colleagues. This was J. Cole's opportunity to put himself up there with the Nas's. Put himself up there with the Jay-Z's. Put himself up there with the 50 Cents and the KRS-Ones. J. Cole almost achieved that. Almost, Papi, but no cigar. I'm super disappointed in J. Cole, y'all. J. Cole has removed his 7-minute drill from all platforms. J. Cole has apologized to Kendrick Lamar in the past few days. J. Cole went as far as to say he can't believe the things that he said about Kendrick Lamar. He couldn't believe the things that he said about Kendrick Lamar. This has never been seen before in hip-hop. We've never seen somebody suggest that they're the best and cop a plea. We've never seen somebody on numerous records say that he's the top artist right now, the go-to feature artist. Niggas can't compete with him, and then retract his statements. Engage in combat. He engaged in combat and then removed the troops off of the battlefield. He sent a bomb, a nuclear bomb. He bombed on his enemy and then apologized. J. Cole bombed on enemy lines. He let off a missile and then apologized for the casualties. J. Cole, you cannot apologize after you let off a missile. Jermaine Lamar Cole, you cannot let off a missile across enemy lines, innocent bystanders being hit, casualties of war, and then cop a plea and say that you didn't mean to do that. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. There's casualties. You can't tell nobody sorry at this point, J. Cole. You can't tell nobody sorry. So you guys, listen. We have to rest in peace J. Cole right now. He's still a great artist. We still support J. Cole. But I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear no more. Please do not tell me no more that J. Cole is elite top 3 artist. I don't want to hear J. Cole compared to Jay-Z, Nas, KRS-One. I don't want to hear J. Cole compared to none of these brothers. Anybody that approaches me, any one of you niggas out there in society that approach me about J. Cole, I'm going to have an issue with you. That's beta male mentality, bruh. Ain't no peace over here, bruh. Ain't no copping pleas over here, bruh. Hip-hop is no retreat, no surrender. Do you see 50 and Ja Rule still going at it to this day? It's no retreat, no surrender. Now, we all know Jeezy and Gucci squashed that beef. But Jeezy and Gucci didn't have a lyrical war. Somebody actually died in that beef. That beef cannot be over with. When I'm speaking about no retreat, no surrender, I'm talking about the actual battle. Though you guys might be friends outside of the battle, anytime we speak about this battle, you got to go right back and put right back in the same shoes of when the battle took place. If you won, you won. Do not change history. If you bombed, you bombed. If you won, you won. If you lost, you lost. J. Cole, you have officially lost. J. Cole, you have lost stripes. You're no longer considered the elite. When you're talking about top hip-hop artists, you're not in that category no longer, at least for me. Now, I don't know what beta male out there, which one of y'all niggas got a soft category that you guys just talk about numbers. All right? Oh, Vanilla Ice. Excuse me, Vanilla Ice, Robert Van Winkle. Vanilla Ice, he sold records, but he's not a top artist. So if you guys want to speak about top artists, about J. Cole, if y'all want to speak about J. Cole selling records, we could talk about that. Yeah. He's good at that. He's usually unrivaled when it comes to that category. If you want to talk about selling records, if you want to talk about J. Cole performing on features, that's cool. We could talk about that. I entertain that. I have no problem entertaining that. I'm a hip hop guy. I entertain it. I love it. But one thing we're not going to talk about, we're no longer going to say that J. Cole is elite. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I'm going to have issues with anybody that tells me J. Cole is elite in reference to talking about Jay-Z's and Nas and stuff like that. All right? Now, enough about J. Cole. I don't want to speak about J. Cole right now. And for a long time. I already wasn't a big fan of J. Cole, but it grew on me because y'all kept pushing him on me. He grew on me. Yes, J. Cole got raps. I fuck with J. Cole. But we talking about hip-hop elites. And if we're going to talk about Nas's and Jay-Z's, if we're going to speak about MC Shan's and KRS-One's, and we're going to talk about 50 Cent and Ross, if we're going to talk about these people with these great battles that we've had a chance to witness, no longer do I want to hear J. Cole in that category. J. Cole's no longer in that category. And fuck anybody that disagrees. All right? I just have to say my piece. Now, you guys, talk about this record, this up-and-coming event. All right, listen. They're saying Champagne Poppy is gearing up. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 81. All right? We're 19 episodes from episode 100. All right? We're going to be lit up until then. These next 19 episodes, we are going to be lit. We are going to perform. All right? Now, you guys, they're saying that Drake is he's preparing. Now, there was rumors that Drake was gonna drop today. All right, but I'm looking. I don't see no recent news of Drake dropping. All right, but nonetheless, Drake. They're saying that Drake is coming soon. Now, this is being confirmed. It was confirmed by Joe Budden and confirmed by a lot of creditable people out there, credible platforms. They're saying Drake is loading up. Let's be clear. They're saying that Kendrick has more records to come. Let's be clear. They're saying that this Drake and this Kendrick, this battle's gonna be serious. Let's be clear. They're saying that the gloves are off with these two. And it doesn't need to be any other way. I know that Kendrick is aimed shooting to kill. He's trying to unalive somebody. And you know, this is going to be the most defining moment in Drake's career. This is the most defining moment in Drake's career. Drake has never had an opponent worthy as a Kendrick Lamar. This is Drake's Nas and Jay-Z moment. This is the defining moment in Drake's career. Drake and J. Cole have been known to say that they're the number one at what they do. This generation of hip-hop, they don't realize that when you say you're number one, you have to have a worthy opponent to go against. You cannot say you're number one in hip-hop if you don't write your shit. You can't say you're number one in hip-hop if you don't have a worthy opponent to battle. Yes, Meek Mill, he was an opponent. But Meek Mill's not the same caliber of a Drake. And he proved that in the battle. If anybody was skeptical, we're no longer skeptical no longer. Because we've seen what happened in that battle. Drake came out the victorious one when it comes to him and Meek Mill. But now you have Drake with Kendrick, a more worthy opponent. This is the best thing since Jay-Z and Nas. This is the best thing since Biggie and Tupac. Okay? But more like a Jay-Z and Nas. All right? Because Biggie didn't really battle Pac. It was kind of more one-sided. That's another battle in hip-hop. We're talking about battles in hip-hop. Let's be clear. Let's be clear here. All right? So once again, they're saying Drake has geared up. Drake has a record coming for Kendrick. The gloves are off. They're saying Kendrick has more records in the stash. He's waiting to respond to Drake's record. We're waiting for Drake and Kendrick right now. J. Cole is no longer in the equation. We don't want to hear no more about J. Cole no longer. Now it's the Twin Towers. It's Kendrick Lamar and Champagne Papi, the sixth god. We just waiting, man. We watching the clock and we just waiting. We're waiting. But one thing I want to say, I want to give a big shout out to Drake. I want to give a big shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Don't shoot the message up. I want to thank you guys personally. Thank you for reviving this culture of ours. Hip hop. Thank you for giving hip hop that extra boost. For reviving it, for checking the pulse, for getting the heart moving again. Hip hop was dying as an art form in many categories. And the most significant parts of hip hop was dying. The most significant accolades of hip hop was dying. Thanks to Drake. Thanks to Kendrick Lamar. Hip hop has a chance to revive itself. And I want to thank those two brothers. Big up to Kendrick Lamar and big up to Drake. Thank you. We haven't had a moment like this since Nas and Jay-Z. This is what makes hip hop distinguishing. This is what puts hip hop, prioritizes hip hop amongst other art forms, other genres. The competitive nature. And Drake and Kendrick Lamar, primarily Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Drake for keeping the competition up. Shout out for Drake for baiting Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to J. Cole for even making an attempt. Yes, J. Cole, you're part of the scenario. But you went out bad, my brother. You went out bad. Shout out to Paul Biz in the building. Shout out to salute to you, family. J. Cole, you went out bad, but you're part of the scenario. But this is about what Kendrick Lamar kicked off. Motherfuck the big three, nigga. It's just big me. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. The sleeping giants. Don't kick a sleeping dog. That's a sleeping giant. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for reviving hip-hop. They revived it. You know those electrical pulses they put, the defibrillator, whatever they call that shit? They revived hip-hop. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for reviving hip-hop. Now, Champagne Poppy, waiting on your response. Because Kendrick, I'm going to be real. Kendrick, you came out shooting out the gate. Kendrick, one would believe you left one under the impression that that's your hardest record. Kendrick came out swinging. Usually in hip-hop, when you see niggas beefing, niggas let off a warning record. Kendrick did not let off a warning record. Because if that's a warning record, I'm scared to see what he has for Drake. I'm scared to see what he has to follow up that record. Kendrick Lamar's record is sick. Number one record. It's the number one record right now. Number one trending record right now. The record is from Metro Boomin's project. Metro Boomin dropped a project with Future. And on this project, he's going at Drake. And somehow he got everybody to go at Drake. It's not just Kendrick Lamar going at Drake. It doesn't stop right there. You got more people that jumped in the beef. There's more niggas beefing with Champagne Poppy. Champagne right now has the whole industry going against him. Let's make this clear. Y'all know A$AP Rocky jumped in, right? Listen. Big shout out to A$AP Rocky. Big shout out to Rihanna. One of the best super couples, power couples in hip-hop. Shout out to them. Shout out to A$AP Rocky for putting a baby in that girl, knowing that she's the number one sought after woman in music. All right? A$AP Rocky responded to A$AP Rocky has responded to Drake. Weeknd, former artist signed to OVO, is going at Drake. So it doesn't stop at Kendrick Lamar. You have The Weeknd going at Drake, and you also have A$AP Rocky going at Drake. Now, one, we got to give a shout. We got to give respect. We got to give flowers. We must give our flowers to Kendrick Lamar. Listen, all of us, let's give our flowers to Kendrick Lamar. Retract that. Let's give our flowers to Drake. Excuse me, rightfully so, respectfully. Let's give our flowers to Drake. I've never seen one rapper with so many enemies. Drake has garnished a lot of enemies. Drake has beef with OVO right now, former OVO artist Weeknd. Drake has beef with A$AP Rocky. Drake has beef with Kendrick Lamar. And Metro Boomin, and also Future. Now, you would think this is a setup. You would think that this is premeditated. You would think that this is a clout chase. Like they all planned this out. I don't know how Metro Boomin was able to get all these gentlemen to speak against Drake. Now, I'm going to keep it all the way gangster with you guys. I don't like that factor. I don't like that everybody's going at Drake. It's like y'all jumping Drake. And that's only giving more relevancy to Drake and how powerful Drake is. I don't like the way they're jumping Drake. I don't like how everybody's trying to take a swing at Drake. Drake is that much more powerful. So if you guys is even to be successful, it'd be considered handicapped because he's one man fighting a whole clan. Let's be clear. Champagne Poppy is one man he's a one-man army going against all his allies. Assuming not allies, but his, you can't even say his adversaries because he wasn't even aware of them. These are new adversaries. I don't think Drake knew that he had beef or he anticipated, what's the name, speaking on him, The Weeknd speaking on him. I don't think Drake anticipated that. Now, mind you, Drake did say some shit about Rihanna. Drake did not want to perform work on stage. Drake said he's no longer going to perform his verse on that song that he got with Rihanna. So I was kind of not necessarily skeptical, but I was thrown back, and I didn't approve of Drake still speaking about Rihanna. First of all, Rihanna has kids with A$AP Rocky. Rihanna has 2 kids with A$AP Rocky. I don't know why Drake is still speaking about Rihanna. All right? So it's a lot of tender shit going on in hip hop. Niggas beefing about bitches. So I'm happy to see A$AP Rocky responding to Drake, because A$AP Rocky has responded to Drake on Metro Boomin's new project. Metro Boomin dropped 2 projects. So if you guys thought that first project that he dropped with Kendrick and Future being at the forefront with that single they dropped called Like That, no, he dropped a whole nother project. Metro Boomin has a whole other project. And he brought more niggas on board to go against Poppy, go against Champagne Poppy, all right? So I got to come to Drake's defense and shoot Drake some bell and give him his credit, his flowers. Drake, you are that, you nigga, you that nigga. Everybody's going at Drake's head. And if they have to team up to go against you, Champagne Poppy, that means that you're that nigga. That means that you're that relevant. That means that you're that powerful. That means that you're that strong. That means that you're that much of a problem. Shout out to Champagne Poppy, nonetheless. And we waiting. We waiting on this response. Big shout out to Drake. Big shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Now, you guys, there's some stuff that Weeknd said also. I wanna wrap this up, but we gotta speak about all parties involved with this going against Champagne Poppy. Let's speak about Weeknd. All right, bada bing. Hold up. Let me pull up this what Weeknd said. All right. Make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug, same way we do at your grandparents' house. Show that you guys are raised right and hit that like button. All right. Make sure you guys are leaving a comment in the comment section. I'm read out the comment section towards the end. All right. And make sure you guys turn your notifications on, etc., etc. All right. Hold up. All right. Bada bing. Now, bada bing. We there. All right. All right, you guys. Right now, we're gonna speak of. I'm gonna recite what The Weeknd said on Metro Boomin's new project with Future. All right, now The Weeknd said they could never diss my brother's baby. When they got leaks in their operation, I thank God that I never signed my life away. They're shooters making TikToks. All right, so that's The Weeknd dissing Drake on Future and Metro's all to myself. So the new project, the second project from Metro Boomin and Future is called All to Myself. This is the second project. They already dropped one. Now they dropped the second project, all right? So once again, this is Future on a song talking about Drake. So now, not Future, excuse me, The Weeknd, former OVO artist The Weeknd, excuse me, respectfully. The Weeknd says they could never diss my brother's baby. When they got leaks in their operation, I thank God that I never signed my life away. They're shooters making TikToks. Now, you guys, listen, when he's saying that, he's saying, thank God I never signed my life away. Obviously, he's talking about Drake signing to OVO. He didn't sign his life away. You guys know that he gave Drake one of his projects. Drake basically took The Weeknd's sound, all right? So The Weeknd had a sound, and Drake utilized that for one of his projects, all right? So this is the Weeknd saying, thank God he didn't sign his life away. So he took the opportunity to take a shot at Champagne Poppy. One of the best days in hip-hop ever. Thank God for hip-hop right now. Hip-hop, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of, even R&B singers. We got R&B singers chiming in. Shout out to The Weeknd, all right? Shout out to Chris Brown going at Quavo. Shout out to the R&B niggas reviving hip-hop. We need this in hip-hop. We need this in hip-hop. We need this competitive edge. This is what makes hip-hop hip-hop. All right? None of that J. Cole, Jermaine, Lamar, Cole, cop and please. We don't need none of that in hip-hop. No retreat, no surrender. Period. Now, you guys, not just The Weeknd chiming in. We're gonna go into what A$AP Rocky said, all right? Now, like I told you guys, Drake was once with Rihanna. We all know Chris Brown and Drake were beefing over Rihanna at one point, all right? They both were dating Rihanna at one point. And somehow A$AP Rocky slid in. He slid in. So with that being said now, you guys know that Drake still has Rihanna on his mind because Drake did a song with Rihanna, and at a concert, Drake made it his business to let people know that he's not going to recite his verse on that song. He no longer wants to perform his verse on that Rihanna song. And I was thinking at home, like, first of all, how could you be still mentioning Rihanna when she's with A$AP Rocky? Y'all know A$AP Rocky just caught a gun case, right? Hold up, man. Listen, let's speak about it. I'm going to recite this. This is what A$AP Rocky said. A$AP Rocky is on the Metro Boomin and Future's new album, right? The second album. They got 2 releases. It's not a deluxe. They dropped 1 album. Now they have a second album, all right? Now, let's go into it. This is what A$AP Rocky said. Niggas ain't feelings over women. What hurt you? What? You hurt or something? I smashed before you birthed, son. Flacco hit it first, son. Still don't trust you. Always us, never them. I heard you dropped your latest shit. Funny how I just came in and went. Ha 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 ha. Let's repeat. We gotta dissect this, all right? We about to close this up, but we about to dissect this, all right? Because this is an ongoing beat. Big shout out to Metro Boomin for curating this, for orchestrating this. Metro Boomin orchestrated this. Shout out to Metro Boomin, man. Now you've become one of my favorite producers because you contributed to hip-hop, this art form that I love and I was raised in. Hip-hop, baby. All right? Now, he said, niggas and their feelings over women. What? You hurt or something? I smashed before you birthed, son. Flacco hit it first. Still don't trust you. Always us, never them. Heard you drop your latest shit. Funny how it just came and it went. So, basically saying that you see how Drake just dropped that last project. I don't know if it was Scorpio. I forget what was the name of Drake's last project. Obviously, I'm kind of like validating what he says. We don't remember your last project, the title of it, because it came and it went. That last project that Drake dropped, that was about numbers. Drake is going for numbers. That project was about numbers, all right? So with that being said, he said, I hit it first, son. So I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that A$AP Rocky had hit Rihanna before Drake. I never knew that. I learned something new every day. All right, I learned this today. All right, he's saying that I hit it first, son. Funny how your project came and went. I heard you drop your latest shit. Funny how it just came and it went. I smashed before you, son. Flacco hit it first, son. Flacco, pretty Flacco. Shout out to A$AP Rocky. You guys know A$AP Rocky just called her. He shot his mans. A$AP Rocky's fighting a case right now. You heard? So though the kid got a perm and all that, A$AP Rocky is with the shits. He's from Harlem. He's with the shits. So he's going at Drake. And shout out to A$AP Rocky because I was like, damn, bro, how you going to respond? Because A$AP Rocky could have responded either way. A$AP Rocky could have got aggressive with him. A$AP Rocky could have went at him on some beef and shit, to be honest with you. A$AP Rocky was well in the right of approaching Drake on a one-on-one, some beef and shit. He had the right to. Because I'm going to be real with you, that's A$AP Rocky's baby mama. That shit surpasses any relationship that Drake had with Drake or Chris Brown. So for Drake and Chris Brown, y'all niggas got to relax in reference to A$AP Rocky. Rihanna is his baby mama. Now I know she's not yours, it's just your turn. I've heard that before. That's my motto. But I'm going to hold that term back because that's his baby mother. It's a little bit deeper when that they're going to be forever involved. All right? And they have something more honorable, they have something more intimate than a prior relationship in reference to Chris Brown and Drake. All right? So shout out to A$AP Rocky. They're beefing in hip hop. It's a beautiful moment in hip hop. Big up to all parties involved. I'm even giving a shout out to Jermaine Lamar Cole. Even though I'm disappointed in you, brother. And like I said, none of you niggas at home tell me about no J. Cole no more. All y'all soft-ass niggas that's promoting this, feminizing this hip-hop shit. All you soft-ass niggas that's waving the white flag. J. Cole, let's be clear. J. Cole has waved the white flag after dropping a bomb on enemy lines. After having casualties, he had the nerve to wave a white flag. J. Cole, you are the most disappointing elite rapper in hip hop. That doesn't discredit your catalog. This don't get twisted. J. Cole's catalog is still valid. But you see that king, that throne, that elite, you're no longer elite, papi. You're no longer on the throne, papi. You just talk about yourselves, talk about your catalog. I loved it. We still gonna listen to your music. But when we talking about this hip hop shit and the edge, rough edge, and the elite, and who's niggas that you don't fuck with, when we talk about the niggas that you don't fuck with category, niggas like Jay-Z, you don't fuck with. Niggas like Ross, you don't fuck with. Niggas like KRS-One, you don't fuck with. Niggas like Ludacris and T.I., you don't fuck with. Niggas like Nas and Jay-Z, you don't fuck with. Niggas like Biggie and Tupac, you don't fuck with those guys. You're not in that category. You're no longer eligible for that category, J. Cole. Like I said, you guys go check out the streaming platforms. J. Cole has removed 7-minute drill from all music platforms, all platforms. It's probably off of the YouTube also. All right. Now, you guys, listen. Once again, this is episode number 81. And I'm going to repeat this like I say in the beginning of my intro. I'm the incomparable. The often imitated but cannot be duplicated. I'm the one that keeps taking. I'm the one that keeps creating what they keep taking, all right? So I'm the incomparable, the author imitated but not can be duplicated. I'm the one the curator. I'm the one that creates what they take, what they steal from. Let's make this clear. I am public enemy number one. If you guys don't know, I'm public enemy number one. I'm the top op. I am the top opposition in this. This is the most dangerous platform in the world on God's green earth. Remember, I told you. All right? I'm the elected voice of the streets. I've been elected as the voice of the streets, elected as the leader of the streets. I'm the leader in my hood. I'm the leader on this internet. Rightfully so. Leader of the streets. The Lord. I'm the Lord of the streets. I'm the leader of the streets. Forever learning off the streets. All right? Living off the streets. We eat off the land. Feed on the land. 10 toes down. This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. Remember this platform. Make sure you guys are subscribing to L.O.T.S approved media. I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 81. We're 19 episodes from 100, which is a great accomplishment. Nobody would thought we'd even make it to 81. You know how many people start podcasts and they never get close to even 80 episodes? You know how many people started podcasts that have more seniority than me, have more followers than me, and they quit? All right? This is episode number 81. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. That part. Make sure you guys are sharing this platform, man. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Let me big up some of my people. Shout out to Coyote Zoe. Yo, I see you. Hold up. Let me pull these comments up. Let me pull up my family up here, all right? Shout out to Coyote Zoe. I see you. I see you, brother. And what he said here. Control verse was better, in my opinion. Okay, I can see that. The control verse was hard. But to be honest with you, I'm feeling this like that verse because it was so direct. The metaphors were so intentional. It ruffled so many feathers. It's the verse that got niggas to respond. Niggas ain't respond to that control shit. That was when they had Big Sean and all them. Niggas ain't respond to that shit. This verse right here got niggas to respond. But nonetheless, I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate that comment, brother. I appreciate that. Oh, listen, this is an unbiased platform. You don't have to agree with me. Let's just build dialogue, though. One thing we do have to do is build dialogue. Everybody's voice counts, all right? Let's just respect everybody's opinion. That's all that I ask. All right? Let's not be malicious towards other people that oppose your opinion, that have contrary opinions to yours, that have contrast in opinion. All right? Big shout out to Gary Picasso. J. Cole is on the new album. Yes, he is. J. Cole is on the new Metro Boomin album, and that's the plot twist. J. Cole is actually on the new Metro Boomin album. And I like the way you put that there. Let's just unpack that. J. Cole is on the new Metro Boomin album. Did J. Cole jump the gun? Did J. Cole retract his statement because he realized he's running with the team that he's going against? Did J. Cole fail to realize that he was on that second project? I'm curious to know. Because that's a plot twist for your ass. How could you have a diss record for a nigga that's on an album that you're actually on the next coming album? You're on the following album, the sequel to that. That's some irony. You actually got set up by Metro Boomin the way it looks. But that, I find it hard to believe that that's the case. Somebody jumped the gun. Somebody jumped the gun. Plot twist. Somebody was unaware. Somebody got played. Or somebody jumped the gun. I love the way Gary Grizzy Picasso mentioned that. My brother, you made an excellent observation. Thank you, my brother. All right? Let me see what Gary said something else interesting. Gary said, ASAP Rocky just dissed him. Facts, though. We just spoke about that, Gary. We just actually read it. We pulled it up and we read it also. All right? We read it verbatim. That part. All right? Coyote Zoe. Once again, big up, family. All right? That part. Okay, shout out to Victor Burst, all right? Victor Burst said, I can't wait to hear your response to someone who's taking up for J. Cole. Might be a live or a call-in. Oh, yes, sir. I'm not going to lie. We need to do a call-in. We need to do a call-in. All right. Listen. Hold up. Wait. Amazing idea. Shout out to Victor Burst, my brother. You said a new president's in this motherfucker. Let me tell you something, brother. That's an amazing idea, and I'm going to take you up on that idea. I'm going to utilize your idea. Listen, you guys. Listen. DJ Khaled, listen. Because we are the best. Listen. We're going to do a call-in. When Drake drops his record, his diss record, we're going to do a call-in. All right? And I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a one-shot deal. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least 2 records following that first record. Kendrick dropped one. Drake has the response. And there might need to be a tiebreak. I'm pretty sure it's going to lead to a tiebreaker. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a call-in. I'm going to have you guys call in and tell me, who do you think is winning in this battle? Are you guys with Kendrick, Mr. Morale, Big Stepper, How to Pimp a Butterfly, Aftermath, the West Coast King, Crown King, the kid out of Compton? Or are you with the Sixth God, Young Money's top prospect, the Canadian King, Champagne Poppy, top selling artist? Listen, pick a side, y'all. We're going to have a call-in. I'm going to have you guys call in and pick a side. Let me know, who do you guys have in this battle? Because this battle right here is going down in history. We're going to commemorate this battle. This battle revived hip-hop. The Shockers, we're on the gurney right now. They got the defibrillator. They got that shit that sends a shock to your heart. That's what we're doing. Kendrick Lamar solely. Now I ain't gonna say solely. Kendrick Lamar and Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin gave him the platform. Metro Boom and Kendrick Lamar saved hip hop. And we might throw Future in there also, but we're going to leave out Future for now because I don't know what significant role Future played in having Kendrick Lamar on that song. Maybe Kendrick Lamar, maybe Future invited Kendrick. Or maybe that was a Metro Boomin call. Either way, they're responsible for reviving my favorite art form. I'm a hip-hop baby. Let's make this clear. I'm a hip-hop baby, whining baby. I love hip-hop, dog. And hip-hop is nothing without its competitive nature. We have to preserve the competitive nature of hip-hop. That's what makes this art form. That's what distinguishes hip-hop from other genres, other art forms. It's a battle of wits. It's a battle of the minds. Unlike any other art form, there's no other art form out there that is a battle of the minds. It's called mental ingenuity. Mental ingenuity at its best. It's called being witty. You have to be witty. You have to be cunning in hip hop. You have to have thick skin. Your skin got to be like rhino skin, elephant skin in hip hop. Not like J. Cole. Obviously, J. Cole got soft skin. J. Cole's skin soft, easily pierced. J. Cole's easily pierced. Hip hop, you have to have tough skin in hip hop. All right? And that's what we're seeing with Kendrick. That's what we're seeing with Kendrick. And we're about to see. Listen, Champagne Papi, Drake has been battle tested. Let's make this clear. Drake has been battle tested, so Drake is ready. The rumor is that Drake has a record coming for Kendrick Lamar. There's a record coming for him. The rumor is Kendrick has a follow-up record that's even crazier than the first record. And it's coming from some credible, valid sources. All right? But hip-hop, without its competitive nature, is no longer the feared art form. It's no longer the most dangerous art form. Hip-hop is a dangerous art form. It's dangerous in a political way. It's dangerous mentally. You have to have mental fortitude. You have to be able to take what somebody says about you. You have to be resilient. You have to have endurance and stamina. You have to be able to go the length. You got to be creative. You got to be resourceful. Some people didn't like the beat that J. Cole picked. That beat that J. Cole picked, I wouldn't have picked that beat. That beat that J. Cole picked was not a warrior beat. It wasn't the best choice for him, though it was interesting. I was curious to see how J. Cole was going to rap on that beat. And I even was entertained by you beta males that was standing behind J. Cole, that was saying that J. Cole was killing Kendrick. That was interesting. It was cool to actually see y'all niggas try to paint a picture like J. Cole record, that 7-minute drill was fucking with like that. That was amusing to me. I like to see you guys' opinion. Even if I don't agree with you guys, I like to see the contrast in opinion. I love when somebody has a totally opposite opinion of me. Let's talk about it. Let's unpack it. Let's go head to head. No Diddy. I like to see contrast of opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me. So it was cool to see you guys stand with J. Cole. I was like, that was so sweet. Y'all niggas are standing behind J. Cole like, nah, he did that. That was sweet. I see y'all soft-ass niggas standing behind J. Cole like, yeah, he did the right thing, the mature thing. We don't need that in hip-hop. Why we got to beef for? That's interesting. Y'all niggas are interesting. Y'all soft-ass beta male niggas, y'all feminized niggas, y'all niggas is interesting to me. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know? I would have entertained it a little bit. But thanks to your boy J. Cole, we're no longer entertaining that. J. Cole has dropped out the race, y'all. He's like a Republican right now, going a Republican campaign to be president. He dropped out the race. Drake is the elected one by landslide. J. Cole's out of there. So you guys, we're gonna have a We're gonna have a call in. I'm gonna need everybody to call in when Drake drops this competing record. When Drake drops this record that we're all anticipating. When Champagne Poppy drops the record, we're gonna have you guys call in. I want to hear you guys' opinion as to who is winning at that point and why. The reason, not just who's winning, but the reason. Give me some valid points as to why you think that he's winning the battle. All right. I want to read this last person, Victor Burst. I'm gonna read Victor Burst and what's the name? All right. First of all, let's start off with Planet. All right. Planet says might be a band-aid for now. That part. Paul Bizzle said J. Cole may have put the nail in the coffin. He can't come from waving the white flag. Facts though. No, that ain't might. You saying might? You still saying might? You giving this man a chance? No, the nail is in the coffin. J. Cole is in the coffin. He got his nice suit on. He's in the coffin with a beautiful suit. You know J. Cole. He got a fly suit on. They painted his face very good. His face is painted well. He has his suit on. It's an open casket. Kendrick didn't respond to that record, because if Kendrick would have responded to that record, it would have been a closed casket. We wouldn't have been able to recognize his face. His face would have got shot up. But nonetheless, he waved the white flag. So guess what? Open casket funeral. We could see his face. He got nice face. The mortician, they put a nice face, embalming fluid. His face got makeup. We could view him, all right? But no, the nail is in the coffin. The nail is in the coffin. Period. All right, Victor Burst. And we're going to end off with Victor Burst with that great suggestion on having people call in. Yes, we're going to call in about that battle. All right, and I don't want to hear that he a romantic, emotional rapper. Even LL had to come out his lane to straighten cannabis. Yo, shout out to Victor Burst. Listen, that's why I love my viewers, man. That's why I love my viewers. You see these people in the comment section? These people they're resourceful. They know what they're talking about. All right? Because I failed to mention LL Cool J. Yeah. LL Cool J is elite battlers. The elite battlers. It's just I wasn't a big fan of him when he battled. I'm going to be quite honest with you. But unanimously, LL won all those battles. Shout out to LL Cool J. Elite. We got to put LL with the Biggies. We got to put LLs with the Karis One. We got to put LL with the Rosses. We got to put LL with the Ludacris's and the T.I.s. We got to put LL with the Elites. Shout out to LL Cool J. That part. Shut down cannabis. Shut down Kumo D. Shut down Ice-T. This is all his mouth self-proclaimed. He said this. All right? That part, man. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna read that again. And I'm gonna read this one more time before we leave. And I don't want to hear that he a romantic, emotional rapper. Even LL Cool J had to come out his lane to straighten cannabis. That part. Y'all know LL Cool J. I need love. I need an around the way girl. One for me. Listen, LL Cool J got the chicks. He got the girl music. The bitches on lock. Shout out to LL Cool J. But even like he said, just like Victor said, he had to come out of his shell. He had to come out of his lane. All right? To address the issues. So even LL had to come out of his element to address the issues. Same as J. Cole should have came out of his element to address the issues, in which he did. But J. Cole didn't hold it down. He didn't anchor the ship. J. Cole copped the plea. No retreat, no surrender in hip-hop. Ain't no waving no white flag. That part. All right? L.O.T.S Brew Media. Listen, once again, I'm the incomparable, the art, the imitator. It cannot be duplicated. I can't be duplicated. All right? I'm the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. I'm the one that keeps creating what they keep taking. L.O.T.S approved. Lord of the streets, learning off the streets, leaders of the streets, living off the streets, learning. Listen, L.O.T.S approved. All right? I'm the top op, public enemy, number one. This is powered by L.O.T.S Brew Media. And once again, I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 81. countdown to episode 100. All right, let's put some outro music. Let's get it popping. Bada bing. All right, you guys, listen. We meeting up back here on Friday, all right? Thank God for breathing breath in our lungs. I can't promise you guys I'll see you next Friday. Because you know how, you don't know, God works in mysterious ways. We got to count our blessings and we got to show our gratitude to the universe. One thing I do know, no man is promised tomorrow, but one thing I can guarantee, that I'm alive today. I woke up to see another day. By the grace of Most High, He breathed air into my lungs. He breathed air into your lungs if you're watching this platform, if you're watching this episode, all right? So like I always tell you guys, be thankful for the things that you do have. Y'all got to learn the power of affirmation. Be thankful of the things that you do have. Don't focus on the things that you don't have. Put faith in Most High, the faith of a mustard seed. Continue to put in work. Strive for the best. Put in work by the sweat of your brow. Faith without works means nothing in God's eyes. So yeah, you gotta have faith, but you also gotta walk the walk. All right, you gotta put in some work. That part. Show gratitude. Show the universe gratitude, and be thankful for what you have. And watch how the universe bless you with more. Why would the universe bless you with more if you're not even happy with what the universe already gave you? You don't know the true value in things. You don't even know the true value of things that God gave you around you that you have in hand's reach. So what makes you think if God bless you with more and abundance that you're going to respect it? No, it don't work like that. You guys keep in mind, the highest mountain, the steepest mountain has the best view. So I understand that the mountain's high. I understand there's a lot of boulders on that mountain. I understand they got mountain lions up there. I understand they got crevices and shit like that, and trees and obstacles and all that. I understand the steepness of the mountain. I understand it has landslides and dirt slides and all that, right? But imagine how rewarding it is when you reach the top of that mountain. Remember, the highest mountain has the best view. And I keep telling you guys that. The highest mountain has the best view. So keep in mind, though it's a high mountain, though it's a steep mountain, when you get to that top, you're going to be able to see the whole, you're going to be able to see you're going to have your eyes on the prize. You're going to see what life has to offer. Once you reach that top of that mountain peak, you're going to take a gas, you're going to breathe in a deep breath and just watch the scenery. Observe the view and look at all the sources, the resources that you now have witnessed, and take advantage of it. All right? And last but not least, end off with this. Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to be discouraged at times. Failure and discouragement are the stepping stones to your success. Being discouraged, experiencing failure are the stepping stones to success. All right? Remember, the master has failed 1,000 times. The master has failed 1,000 times. How do you think he mastered it? How do you think we're mastering this podcasting? You cannot be scared to fail out here. At times you're gonna be discouraged. Every day you're not gonna feel the best. You're gonna experience discouragement. Keep pushing on. Don't stop pushing. Consistency. When you're lacking motivation, rely on consistency. When you're lacking motivation, rely on discipline. Faith of a mustard seed. All you need is that much faith, man. Faith literally moves mountains. And if you want to move a mountain, it starts at one pebble at a time. With that being said, I'm out, y'all. L.O.T.S Media. Don't Shoot Messenger Podcast, episode number 81. You guys, make sure you guys enjoy your weekend. Enjoy this weekend. You deserve it. Enjoy this weekend. And by the grace of God, hopefully I'll see you guys next Friday for episode number 82. Because this is episode number 81. 19 episodes left to 100. Let's go. That part.